Aquí está Guillermo, desde el Festival Frutal 2012 de Woodstock, saludándoles junto a Dan McDonald, el Live Generator. Y le voy a hacer unas preguntas. I will ask some How long have you been on the fruit path?
On the fruits and vegetable diet for 12 years.
Any mission, goal, food in life?
My main goal and intention is to be loved.
Specifically about fruit.
Fruit helps you to keep a clear body, so that when the body here is clean, then the mind is clear. Then you can remove the obstructions to the love, so that the better that you eat, the more energy you have to be more loving, kind, generous person.
Can you tell us a little bit about your story, your personal story?
There's no little bit. It's a long, drawn-out, overly dramatic story. I was not healthy. I was having I didn't have a good life. I was on drugs. I was a bodybuilder. I was in a lot of pain. I was homeless. And I was walking in the bookstore one day, which is where I spent a lot of time, and I found this great book about raw foods and fasting. And I read that book, and I changed my life overnight to raw foods. The Essene Gospel of Peace.
Oh, yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been on raw foods. I practiced water fasting and spiritual practices like meditation and service in order to try to make the world a better place.
How did you describe the fruity mindset, the fruity vibration?
The energy from the fruit is the most easily digestible, high energy vibration in nature. It's the peak of the culmination of the water, the sunlight, and the air, and when we eat that, it energizes our body. And the subtle qualities energize our brain. You know? And so it's easily digestible food, which adds energy to the body and passes through the GI tract easily, so that you can absorb energy and nutrition and not build up metabolic waste, which end up being the colon cancers and the diabetes and the overweight and the chronic obstructive diseases, all the different diseases.
Because of the high vibration.
The high vibration allows breaks up and releases the lower vibration. You didn't see the video? I wake up and I pray and I meditate, and sometimes I chant Om, and I thank God for another day of life, and then I will take a shower, and then I go out for some fitness maybe, or do some work on the computer and try to help some people with their health. I'll make a video. I'll eat probably 2 or 3 meals. One of those might be juice. I spend as much of my time as I can helping others, working on the YouTube videos, on my website. Pretty busy life, but not too busy. Pretty average. I work for myself, so I don't go to a job every day. I just get on the computer and make it happen for myself.
You usually play instead of working out?
I never exercise. I went down here yesterday, we did some paddle boarding, then we jumped on that thing in the water down there, a giant trampoline in the water, then we climb up this mountain and slide down it. I never exercise. I rode around the lake this morning and I just smiled the whole time. It's fun. And when I run, it's for fun. I never exercise for health. I always just go out and play. What? Cherimoyas is one of my favorite fruits. Cherries is another one of my favorite fruits. Watermelons, I can eat those. Watermelon with lemon, I can eat those forever, as long as they're good quality. Durian is really good. A really good pineapple, if you can get that. Apples are one of my most practical, one that I love for just the most useful apples and helpful as well. Not as rare like the cherimoya. Whatever's rare is the one that gets you the most excited, the one that's the hardest for you to get. If you were growing up with cherimoya, as much as I grew up with apples, you wouldn't think as much about the cherimoya, but you might think, oh, these apples. I love apples, but you can only get them once a year for 2 weeks, then they'll be your favorite. So whichever one's the hardest to get is kind of my favorite, but they're also like, I can smell that durian right now. It smells wonderful. I love them all. They're all very useful. Whatever's in season, whatever's fresh and ripe and has the most energy, that's what I want. That's my favorite fruit. My favorite fruit is the one that I'm eating right now.
Yeah, the most funniest fruit, something.
I have had fruit parties when you just get so high on durian, cherimoya, where you feel so good. You know, I think that everyone should have fruit parties. I can't think of anything specific that would be interesting to the viewer, but fig parties, mango parties, cherry parties.
Durian party.
The most fun was last night, the durian party. I bit into a durian, and the reggae was going, and it was some good reggae music, and the durian just got right in. It's like a psychoactive experience, and I just started dancing, and I was eating and dancing. I had durian all over my face and all over my hands, and I just kept tearing into durians barehanded. I ate about 2 full after a huge salad.
So, any suggestions or advice you want to share?
Yeah, if you're overweight or you have a disease, clean out your body, detoxify yourself with fruits and green vegetable juices, and get off the heavy cooked foods that leave behind a lot of starchy mucus, which clogs up the flow of blood, nerve, and lymph, and kind of puts your cells to sleep. And so what you want to do is wake up the cells in your body with fresh, raw fruits and vegetables as much as you can. And the best tools are the whole fruits and the leafy green vegetable juices. And if you do that, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
Thank you and blessings, fruitful blessings.
Thank you very much. That was very much fun. Great interview. Go ahead. Oh, we're in the middle of an interview. Right there.
You have to edit it out.
No, there won't be. No, we leave it in for real.
I want to ask you, is that your sign of the tree up there? No.
That's my. Well, we're still doing an interview, actually. But I will answer that question when we're done here.